Hey guys, it's Dean here from the workshop Whisperer, just shooting a short little live video for you. Now, for a number of you, you might be wondering, well, who is this guy with the black cap and the beard? Well, I am one of the coaches here at the workshop Whisperer. I've been working alongside Rachel and with our amazing coaching team for the last couple of years. I deliver many of the trainings for our in-room community, but I may also look vaguely familiar as the fella that Rachel married late last year. So I am the real Mr. Evans to her real Mrs. Evans. Not only do we get to work together, but we do this incredible thing called life together as well. Hey, what I wanted to talk to you about today in this brief live training was really to touch on one of the key elements that you need to have in place and be able to clearly communicate to your team when it comes to creating the kind of high performing team and high performance culture that not only allows you to attract great talent, but keep great talent. And the one model that we often talk about, or that we often describe to our interim clients, is what we call the above the line, below the line model, or what we also refer to as how to identify your A grade and your B grade team. And it's really quite simple, right? I just want you to imagine, that there's a line here. And let me just bring up my iPad in here, add myself up there. Okay. Just want you to imagine, a line. Just draw a line through, the team that you've currently got, in your workshop right now. The team that's working for you right now. Okay. And let's call them. Let's call them up here. Green. We'll call them your A grade team. All right, these are the ones that are essentially above the line. And down below, let's call this your B grade team. All right, and essentially they're below the line. All right, now from some of the characteristics or some of the traits that we're looking for from our team, which would help us to identify who is an A grade player and who is a B grade player. Well, there's a sort of a handful of things that we can look at that helps to identify them, right? If we look at an A grade player, it's really simple, right? A grade players, they take 100% responsibility for how they show up each and every day inside your workshop, right? They realize that the quality of their work, the efficiency of their work, the timeliness of their work, is actually their responsibility, right? So they're taking ownership for it, right? Accountability for what they deliver. The other way that we identify A grade player is that these people are solution focused. They're not coming to you with a million problems. They're coming to you with a million solutions, alternatives, options, choices on how to solve a problem, how to complete a job, how to improve a process, which is really what we want. And ultimately, at the end of that, they are very much pro-choice. They realize they have complete control over the choices, the decisions, and the actions that they take throughout a day. But they're completely understanding that there are consequences for all of those choices. But again, when you're solution focused and you take 100% responsibility for your behaviour, your workmanship, then that fair and squarely puts someone above this line and positions them as an A grade player. But if we look on the flip side here, right, if we look below at a B grade player, well, what are the difference here? Well, rather than being based around solutions, right, really they just get stuck in all these stories as to why things didn't work, why things couldn't be changed, why things weren't finished on time. there's always, a million stories, or there's, just a significant number of excuses as to, why things didn't get done, why it wasn't their fault, and how other people just made their life so difficult, or their day so difficult that they just couldn't get things done. So again, by extension, they're really quick to blame other people for their lack of results. All right. And at a simple case, all right, up here, on the A grade side, up here, they are just really good at delivering results. All right. That's what it's all about for them. Deliver results, at the on time, to the quality that's expected of them. And they do that over and over again. But below the line on our B grade, what are we really hearing from them? We just consistently hear reasons as to why things didn't work or didn't get finished, or weren't completed to the standard that you would expect. So we want to identify, who is an A grade player from a B grade player. We don't need to look any further than level of responsibility that one takes, the focus that they have on actually solving problems, or the choices that they make, understanding they have a choice in each of those. Or, of course, the stories they share with us, the excuses they use, and the blame that they apportion to other people across the day. Now, we've got a worksheet that we use inside the engine room with our clients when either they've got to do a team review where they're talking about some team challenges, or they want to start to address the culture they have inside their workshop. And there's three really key areas that we focus on, and those three areas, as they all interlink. If I just quickly do it here, right? If you want to really get this key culture, there's three things we got to be looking at. All right, it's someone's behaviors, right? How they show up, how they act. It's the values that each team member holds, right? If a team member's values don't align with your values as a business owner, there is going to be a clash of personalities, right? Because what's important to you won't necessarily be important to them. And the last one is, the qualities that a person possesses. What's their work ethic like? Are they trustworthy? Are they respectful? Are they open? Are they honest? Are they engaging? All these kind of qualities. All right. And we've got a single worksheet that's going to allow you to list out really what you want to see from your culture. You list that out, and then really you go through and you review your team based off of the behaviors, the values, and the qualities that you want from your team inside your business, inside your workshop. So if you want a copy of that free worksheet, all you got to do is just drop an emoji in the comment section down below here, and I'll have one of our team shoot you out that resource so that you can start really, taking the lead and taking ownership over the quality of your culture. So again, I guess if you are the kind of person that accepts 100% responsibility for the results that you're currently getting, from your workshop or in your workshop and from your team. If you're solution focused individual, you got a million problems, but you also realize that there's a million opportunities and solutions there to solve those. And if you're pro-choice, you recognize that you and you alone, get to choose how to improve the results in and around your workshop. Then you're probably the kind of person that would benefit from the worksheet. So please drop an emoji in the comment section down here. Now, if you want more tips like this, we certainly recommend you following our YouTube channel. I will drop the link in the comment section below this post. And for those of you that are thinking, hey, you know what, maybe you want a little bit of help with your workshop, improving your culture, looking at your employment process to make sure that you're filtering the right people in and keeping the wrong people out. Then maybe you'd like to chat about us around how we can help you with your culture, with your team, with your recruitment. And if that's the case, I've also dropped a link, or I will drop a link to my calendar, and we can have a short, 15-minute conversation around, what's going on for you and your team in the workshop, and whether we might be able to help you out. So I've got the link to our YouTube channel and the link if you want to jump on the phone with me for 10 or 15 minutes. Just have a quick call, click the link, book in a time that suits, and we'll talk to you then. And of course, remember, if you want our worksheet, just drop an emoji in the comment section here, and I'll have one of our amazing Workshop Whisperer team send that out to you. Trust this has been helpful. Look forward to sharing a few more tips with you in the coming weeks. And as Rachel would always say, until then, keep those repair orders nice and high. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.